this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So here is a list of trending Black Americans or Black people that are presently getting on the nerves of our fellow white Americans. Now let me point out that these people aren't doing anything to bother anybody. They're just going on about their business, doing what they do, and doing what they do best. So they're not bothering anybody, but people are bothered by them. And they are, beginning at the top left, the Black Jesus with the crown of thorns on his head, on his way to be crucified. Going down is Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey pissed off white people, many of them, for starring as the Little Mermaid, of all things. And she got so much backlash, so many ugly comments on social media just for going out there, doing a job, and getting paid. Bottom left is Phyllis Willis, who is the district attorney for Fulton County in Georgia, and she is in the process of prosecuting an America's favorite, Donald Trump, for trying to steal the 2020 election. Now, if he loses the election coming up in November, it's going to be a whole nother mess. But Phyllis Willis was on de facto trial herself because they tried to drag her down and kick her off and have the case against Donald Trump taken out of her office because she promised to aggressively prosecute him. And she's still saying that. She's still saying that. So she's not a popular with some Americans. Then in the center, you have the LSU basketball player, Angela Reese. I don't know why Angela Reese has become an ogre, except for that one time when she teased Caitlin Clark, who's a white basketball player from Iowa, and somehow white people didn't like that, even though Caitlin Clark had been teasing and punking people. But when somebody did it to her, then all of a sudden now she's a villain. Then at top right, we have President Barack Obama. And we know about President Obama. He is said to be the first Black president of the United States of America. Well, what we can say is he is the first self-identified Black president of the United States. And President Obama has just pissed people off just for getting elected president. So white people really can't stand him for getting elected. And then a lot of Black people can't stand him for not doing anything after being elected, being in the top seat of the country and knowing what the issues are of Black Americans and just dismissing those issues, even though to a certain extent he rode in on our coattail. I'm going to say that. And then under President Obama, to the right, far right, you have a Black Santa Claus. I don't know what you can say about a Black Santa Claus. Megyn Kelly, when she was an anchor on Fox News, said Jesus and Santa Claus were white. And to that I will say you are definitely welcome to Santa Claus. So the white Santa Claus is almost up there with the white Jesus. So turning him black has really ticked off a lot of people. And I'll say it again. They are welcome to him. And now, last but not least, we have Brandon Scott, who is the mayor of Baltimore, Maryland, and he is new to the dragging by the American public of Black people. So here we have 7 Black people prominently in the news, trending quite often, who are being dragged, whether overtly or covertly, by the white media. And so I said there are 2, if I had to cross out 2, there are 2 that I would cross out. But I'm curious, How many of them would you cross out? I saw this on Twitter and I thought it was so funny that I thought I would do this video. So I would definitely cross out Black Santa. He could go as far as I'm concerned. I have mixed feelings about President Obama. I like President Obama, but for a president of the United States, he never could see a reason to stand up to people and say, this is the issue with just black Americans and this is what I'm going to do. So he didn't do that. So for that reason, if I had to cross out a second person, I would cross out President Obama. But presently, my favorite, ruling out Jesus, my favorite is the mayor of Baltimore because he showed something that you rarely see with black public officials. Figuratively speaking, he put his foot in the behinds of these so-called right-wing Republicans when they tried to hint that because he's the mayor of Baltimore and black, he's a DEI mayor. So he threw it back at them, and I think he did a pretty good job. He called them racist and said that they wanted to call him the N-word, but they didn't have the guts to do it, and that they think that the only people that ought to be leaders and having to say anything are straight, wealthy white men. And he got it just about right. I am proud to say that there's a new generation of black people, a generation of people that are educated, who have courage, who understand their strength and know that they can compete with anybody on any level. They are not easily intimidated. So I like this new generation, this new crop of young black people. And this is in no way the whole list. This is just a sampling of who's out there and what they're doing. So all these people that are complaining, I can't get a job, I can't do that. These people defy all of the complaints, all of the whining, and all of the I can't do this because. So anyway, these are the black people that are in the news now doing great things, but getting criticized because, jealousy is a you-know-what. They can't stand to see these black people standing their own, standing their ground, and not being bullied or pushed back by the people who like to bully and push you back and push you aside so they can have the front seat. You have to earn the front seat these days. You can't talk your way up. You have to fight your way up. And you have to be better than your competitors to get the job. So who I would cross out on this list is Black Santa, and on a bad day, President Obama, but on a good day, just Black Santa. But let me know in the comment section who you would cross out. Who are your two that you just think they got to go? Let me know. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video. And as always, have a great day.